So welcome everybody to our group wellness consult. Feeling very excited about doing this. This is usually something that we would do one-on-one people, with people, but we also understand that the world is a busy place. Sometimes it can be crazy and we don't get to dedicate as much time as we'd like to ourselves and our health, etc. So this is what I've put this together for you to piece together your wellness consult plan yourself. So to begin with, I want to point you in the direction of a couple of resources that will really help you get started, including the Live Guide. So if you haven't already got this, then click on this link, download it. I'll also share this in the event when we share this recording, but that will help you get started in what we're going to be sharing this evening. So why I share doTERRA, need I say more? All these beautiful people, including the people that are joining me this evening. Thank you so much, guys. You all know how it all started, so I won't bore you with that, but just absolutely love to share this journey with you guys. So thanks for coming. So tonight, this is my disclaimer. Essential oils don't replace traditional medication. They do work in synergy. They do complement each other. There are very few contraindications. If you do want to look at what those contraindications are, then I highly recommend you head to our Pure Oil Support Group. There are some learning units in there that will help you get an idea about what you can and can't take in the way of drugs in interaction with essential oils. I've just shared that link to you there. In saying that, we have managed to only go to the doctor twice now for two of our children, and have really empowered ourselves with the oils and personal growth and awareness, etc. So here's a little invite to you guys to empower yourself. So I wanted to touch a little bit on safety to begin with. And two of the most commonly asked questions are, how do I dilute? It's not a very easy question to answer because there's so many opinions, there's so much information out there. I try to simplify it as much as possible with this diagram, which you will find in our learning units in our support group. But basically it just shows you how you would dilute or use a carrier oil with your essential oils. So one thing I want you to keep in mind when it comes to essential oil safety and using a carrier oil, don't feel like you are diluting or making the essential oils less effective. It's kind of it's an eluding term, dilution. Think of it as a carrier to get our essential oils more effectively and safely into our tissues, into our body, into our bloodstream. So there is a list of a couple of oils that we do recommend that you dilute for sensitive skin. You can see them there. And then we always definitely dilute the top 5, including blends that have these oils in them. And if we're going to be using them for infants and children, then we generally double the amount of fractionated coconut oil. And just to be clear on what those dilution ratios are, 1-to-1 for all of our oils that are safe to use with neatly, and it's up to you if you use them neat or with carrier, being fractionated coconut oil, and then 1 drop of essential oil to 2 drops of fractionated coconut oil for those ones listed there for sensitive skin, and then you've got a 1-to-3 ratio for those 5 hot oils that were mentioned. The other commonly asked questions is recommended ideal amounts. So this is a common question that's like, how many oils can I take? Because we've done our wellness consult and you've said, throw this oil here, take this drop internally, put this many drops in the diffuser, and we start to sort of question, how many oils can I actually take? Now, there's one thing to really look out for in terms of, have I used too many essential oils? And a real key indicator there is do I have a headache? So if you have a headache, and welcome to the class, Beryl, thanks so much for joining us, that's a real sign that you should just pull back from the amount of essential oils that you're using, drink some water, and maybe not use so much, because everybody is different and there's quite a big variation there that we've got for these recommendations. Take internal as an example. For an adult over 24 hours, we've got a recommended maximum of 12 to 24 drops. Now this is 100% safe. I know people that take far more essential oils internally than 24 drops over 24 hours. This is a 100% safe guide. 12 drops in 24 hours may be plenty for one person, and then and not enough for somebody who would be able to consume 24 drops. So everyone assimilates, everyone metabolizes, everybody takes on the essential oils and is affected in different ways. So it's an opportunity for us to use this as guidance, to have a little bit of a play and become aware of how the essential oils are making you feel when you use them for various situations. That's my invitation to you. Be your own best guinea pig, but use it with intelligence and use it with guidance. Don't go and crack the bottle of a tea tree and drink the whole 15 mils. That's going to be toxic, right? So we still need to have our heads screwed on. So those are my two most commonly asked questions when it comes to essential oil safety. But remember, there's more information about the contraindications, etc., in the units of our support group that I've posted. And Robin's just asking a question here: do we have to include oils that are in the supplements in this total? Look, you could. There's not many essential oils in the supplements. It's pretty much, if you're just taking Lifelong Vitality as the foundation, then there's only around about 4 to 6 drops of essential oils in a full dose of Lifelong Vitality. And like I said, I just recommend really just being aware of how what you're doing makes you feel. For some people, taking a half dose of Lifelong Vitality is plenty. They don't need more than that. For smaller people, this is generally the case. But for for a full size adult, taking a full dose of Lifelong Vitality is fully beneficial, and they're able to take on all the benefits of that Lifelong Vitality. Does that make sense? So moving right along to our usage reference guide. Now, what I wanted you guys to do, if you don't have the Droplet app to begin with our evening together in this group scenario, I've tried to make this as easy as possible so you're empowered, number one, with some solid usage reference, and that being the Droplet app. So this is usually $12, but for our community, we provide this for free. We pay an annual license, and you can get that by jumping onto the link that you see right there, being bit.ly, Pure Oils Droplet. And I am also going to share this in our chat group so you can actually click on it and download it. So as you guys are downloading that, if you don't have the Droplet app, you can use this link on your phone. You can also use it on your computer. You can access it on your computer and your phone as well. It's available for iPhone and for Android operating systems as well. So most smartphones. There are some other references there. The two that we recommend are the Essential Life and the Modern Essentials. And there's more and more of these reference guides. Another one that comes to mind is Essentials of the Earth, which is largely based on just practical experiences and anecdotal evidence. So these are all filled with reference and citation and science and history and everything in these two beautiful books. If you don't have them, and you want to dive a little bit deeper beyond the Droplet app, I highly recommend those two, and they end up being about $50 to $60 if you have them shipped to your home. They are also available in an app. So this is a little video that I put together today, and I'm just going to see if that plays. And as that plays, and I had a sneaky suspicion that this wouldn't work, but that's fine. So this is what you see when you log into the Droplet app. And basically, you can search in different categories. So when you click on the little drop link down the bottom left-hand corner, which we see right here, then we get our product catalog, where we can access all of our essential oils, our single oils being here, our blends. We can also search on supplements, and there's a dilution chart as well. So that's also really helpful when it comes to safety. If you click on any of these little icons here, which are provided throughout the whole of the actual usage or application methods section of the Droplet app, which is in this section here, then these icons or usage or reference guides will actually make a little bit more sense. I'm just entering in Sonia there. Welcome, Sonia. Thank you so much for coming. We're just looking at the Droplet app here. If you missed getting access to this Droplet app, Sonia, I've posted the link in our little chat window. And I'll just post it again. So if that comes up, you can just click on that, and that'll give you access to our reference app that we're going to be using this evening to go through addressing your top 3 health priorities. So it's going to clear that. Right. So while you guys are downloading that Droplet app, and you can do it later on in your own time, that is cool. It is ideal to have it in front of you now, and also have a copy of our Live Guide as well. So I posted this at the start of our meeting. I'm going to post it again. That is an electronic version of the Live Guide that you can actually fill out on your computer when you download that. And I'm just going to run through these these slides that illustrate how we can address your top 3 health priorities using the Droplet app as your guidance. So to start off with your wellness consult or your Live Guide that you'll actually have had received in your welcome pack when you get a kit. So if you don't have your kit of oils in front of you, or you don't have your welcome pack, feel free to get that out. So you have the Live Guide with you, and you can go through this Live Guide together. One of my biggest things that I want to achieve out of doing this wellness consult is to take the fear out of just taking the lids off and getting the benefits of the essential oils. So get your oils, get your welcome pack, whack out the Live Guide. We're going to go through that. So to begin with, first and foremost, the first thing you need is that reference book or reference app. So I've shown you how to get Droplet, giving you that for free. And then you can also get the books if you choose, if you want to go a little bit deeper. And then we want to write down our top 3 wellness priorities for you or your family. Sometimes I find that some mums find it easier to list all of the health conditions for everyone in their family apart from themselves. I encourage you to really look within and prioritize your health. Just remember that as a mum, as a caregiver, that it is so important for you to be healthy as number one priority. This isn't selfish, because the more that your health is in balance, then the more that you can support and provide and care for your family. So don't feel selfish in bringing that focus back to you and using these oils to empower you as well as your family. So write down your top 3 health priorities. If you don't have the Live Guide in front of you, that's fine. You can just write them on a piece of paper. You know, don't have to feel like you have to have this in front of you. It is better if you do, but totally cool if you've got just a piece of paper and a pen to write these down. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to look them up, right? So I just touched a little bit as you guys were downloading the Droplet app, where you go to start with. You can go to use categories. So that's the second icon at the bottom left of the Droplet app. And in this use categories, you will find all of the uses and ailments underneath that top left corner. You can also browse the categories that you can see on the screen there. So animals and babies and, you know, body systems, cleaning and gardening, etc. You can also search for a health concern or a health priority, something that you're working on. So we're going to use, in this example, stress as our number 1, which is the world's killer, right? You know, stress has a lot to answer for. This is the chronic disease that is plaguing the earth right now, is stress. So with stress, when we search stress, we get this description of what stress is, just to give us a little bit of clarity, bit of clarification on what we're working with. And then as well, if we click on common use oils for this, then it will display a list of primary use oils and secondary use oils. So obviously, if you have anything in the primary category, that is what we want to be writing down in our Live Guide in the, you know, products that I have or I need section. So just going back there in the Droplet app, when we look up a health condition and we look at the common use oils, then it will list the oils that we can use. And we want to, you know, another huge part of this wellness consult, my intention is for you to get the most out of the oils that you have in your kit or you have right now. I want you to use the oils that are in front of you. Don't feel like you have to go and buy everything that's listed. In the other parts of this little slide here, you can see there is a couple of recipes, and some of them actually are referenced from books. Advanced Oil Magic is one of them. And there's a couple of other books as well. The majority of the recipes in here are from the community too. So if you really like a recipe, you can vote for it and it goes higher in the list that you see at the bottom of this screen here, highest voted recipes, and then moving over to the very far right. So back to our Live Guide, and what we're looking at is, you know, have a look at those 90-day goals. What do you want to achieve when it comes to those health priorities? Stress less, obviously, right? Products that we generally have when we first get started: frankincense, lavender, and you might have balance, you may not have balance. Maybe balance was something that you have got since getting your kit of oils. And then I've just listed a couple of little or other options there. Digestive health is a real common one, and where we always starts with the gut. And then pain and inflammation is a very another common one that we come into contact with in our journey with the essential oils and natural solutions. So they're all oils that are listed there are oils that usually come in the Family Essentials kit, and people start with these oils in the Family Essential kit or the Home Essentials kit. So just keeping it really simple with those 10 oils tonight. Putting in our goals and then entering in the solutions that we have based on what we've searched in the Droplet app. So next thing we want to do is we want to create a wellness plan. So how we create a wellness plan is in section 2 of our wellness consult or our Live Guide is where we want to put in a couple of key things. So to begin with, these 2 things here, I recommend for everybody. Applying balance to the bottoms of the feet and the back of the neck. Everybody can benefit from this. Balance is the space. It's the invitation to the spaces in life, the space between thought, it's consciousness. This is an invitation to the parasympathetic nervous system state where we are in rest and rehabilitation and repair. So this is where we want to be. It's not natural to be there all the time, but we want to get ourselves there more often, right? Drinking lots of water with citrus oils. So always lemon in water for everybody. Everyone can benefit from this. And then what we can look at is addressing at least to start with, our number one health concern out of those top three. Because remember, we want to do this one drop at a time. We don't want to overwhelm ourselves and others that we're introducing to the essential oils and try to accomplish too much. A really good tip here is maybe it doesn't have to be the number one health concern. Let's just say your number one health concern is something that is chronic and you've suffered it for years and you've tried everything to shake it. Maybe that's going to take a little bit more work. So maybe to start getting results and building your belief and comfort with the oils is maybe to try something that's a little less scary, a little less overwhelming. Maybe it could be balancing emotions or something like that. I like to go all in, and I've written down, I go straight for number one, the biggest one, but you got to feel comfortable with those choices. So you'll also see there, reapplying the balance, drinking citrus in your water throughout the day, recommended between 1.5 to 2 liters a day for all adults of water. Calming oils at night, chuck them in a diffuser, and then applying some calming oils in the evening as well to get a good night's rest. You've also got some tick boxes down the bottom which make it really easy, and they're just things that everybody can benefit from. I've ticked down there lifelong vitality and lemon and balance, etc. So you can see those there yourself. Now, in the third part of our Live Guide, we look at what other wellness choices could support your goals, and this could be really individual to you. I encourage you to look within. You feel into your intuition, your power, your knowing. Have faith, have belief in you and your ability to feel into what you need most. You know what you need. We all, this day and age, we're pretty well educated on the core of what we need to be healthy. So those are consuming more water, rest and relaxation, exercise and movement, and a whole foods plant-based diet. This is my core belief. It doesn't need to mean it has to be yours. Like I said, you need to feel into what is right for you. Now on page 3 of the Live Guide, there's also a really good reflection section that you can look and give yourself a rating on each of doTERRA's wellness philosophy categories. So you can see from reducing toxic load down to eating right, these are our lifestyle choices. Everyone gets these choices. And then the top 2 section, this is about empowering yourself and self-care and being proactive about your health. Empowering yourself with the education and being proactive with your health by taking your lifelong vitality, by moving your body every day, by making those choices that make a difference in the long run. Okay, so Beryl's saying that 2 liters of water is a myth. The person that said that continued to say, including your food. Okay, yeah, and look, once again, Beryl, thank you for contributing there. You need to go with what feels right for you. I know that I can drink more than 2 liters in a day and feel amazing. It's just remember your hydration levels diminish or reduce as you get older. And going to the toilet can also be a challenge as you get older as well. So, I've even started to experience it now as I drink more water, and I think, oh my gosh, I've got to go to the toilet again. But I know that I feel so much better when I drink 2 liters of water a day, and especially when I include citrus oils in that water. So moving right along there, I just wanted to touch as well as we jump back into these key points of the wellness consult this evening, is I wanted to touch on the Lifelong Vitality Pack and tell you why it is the foundation of our health and well-being, and how it helps the oils work better. So first and foremost, it's going to reduce pain and inflammation. It's going to increase our energy and improve our mood because there's essential oils in the omega supplement. And you're going to see improvement in hair, skin, and nails. You should see that after about a week or 2 of taking this supplement pack. And the whole idea of lifelong vitality is to live younger for longer. So with all of the antioxidants that are in alpha CRS, all the anti-inflammatories, we're reducing cellular oxidation and slowing down the aging process. And that's one of the biggest goals of lifelong vitality. So it retails for, it's $115, the wholesale price. You can only get it through your wholesale account and through the Loyalty Rewards program, of which I'm going to touch on now. Now, this is going to be really fast, this crash course in the Loyalty Rewards program. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share another link. This is a YouTube link to a video that I've done at a good pace for you to be able to absorb the benefits about the Loyalty Rewards program. So in a nutshell, it's called a couple of things. I like to call it the Lifestyle Replacement Program. There's also some other funny names. Let's redeem points. Let's revolutionize the planet. Big claim there. So jump in right in. You can also just call it a monthly order. That keeps it really simple, right? So what are the benefits of the Loyalty Rewards program, or LRP? So you get your shipping reimbursed to you as free product points. You get free oils. You can earn money if you choose to enroll or refer people. You get points back for every order that you place for free product. And in turn, you get to feel awesome with your proactive health. So Renee and I actually cancelled our private health insurance. And I'm not suggesting everybody goes and does that, but if you feel comfortable in doing that and you are more focused on proactive health like we are, this is something that we did, and we felt good about cancelling that and investing our money into being proactive about our health rather than reactive. That's the confidence that we have in the empowering in health and being proactive about our health with the oils, with the supplements, with all the other philosophies that we've been talking about. So basically, PV equals point value. All products have a point value. It works out between the PV value is between 60 to 90% of the actual dollar value. And with this PV value, you end up getting a percentage back into your own doTERRA account that you can consider as doTERRA dollars that you get to spend on product as you choose. So you start at 10%. If you start with a home essentials kit or a family's essentials kit. If you started with the bigger kit, then you do start on a higher rewards bonus. So if you, for instance, do a 100 PV order and you started with the home essentials kit, it's your first month, then you get 10 points plus another 8 because you get your shipping points back into your doTERRA money account, your doTERRA points account, to be able to spend on whatever product you choose. So you start on 10% and that increases by 5% every 3 months until you get to 30%. And then when you get to 30%, it's really cool because you start to get loads of free products. So every 100 points that you spend, and here's an example of a 100 PV order. We've just got a couple of oils in there, right? Lemon, Balance, Tea Tree, Clary Calm, and FCO. Then you get 30 points back, another 8 points for shipping. And then straight away, you got 38 points, which accumulates over time. And you don't have to do 100 PV each month. You can do 50 PV. You can do a small order of 10 PV or 15 PV in 1 month. It just needs to be one product to continue to keep your loyalty rewards program ongoing and accumulating points and increasing your percentage. So a good way to look at it as a comparison to our a rewards program, kind of like frequent flyers that most of us are familiar with, is that $1 spent is 1 point for Woolworths. So 2,000 points for that $1 spent, 1 point earned, only earns you $10 off your shopping bill. Now we compare that to doTERRA's loyalty rewards program. You spend $1 and you get up to 90% of that dollar value back in points. But if you did that for 2,000 points, so you spend $2,000, let's say you do that in a year, this is your proactive form of medical health care, then you're getting $550 back in free product that you get to choose whatever you want. It can be oils, it can be supplements, it can be anything. You get to choose when you actually redeem those points as well. Another real cool thing is you get a free product of the month if you place a 125 PV order on or before the 15th of each month. And these oils are usually worth between $20 to $30. So that's another real cool bonus, especially when you're building up your collection of oils. There is an opportunity as well if you want to refer or enroll people and you want to earn money to spend on your doTERRA product, which you can start off by just earning for free, or you can actually get an income. Then you just need to have 100 PV LRP in place at all times when you're enrolling people. So only when you're enrolling people. This isn't a requirement. This is only optional, but the opportunity is there. And so this is in summary. And like I said, in the video, I go in a lot more detail and I spend a little bit more time explaining it in greater detail. There's also a section in the Live Guide towards the back of the Live Guide that goes into a little bit more detail about the loyalty rewards program and breaking it down into bite-sized chunks. But in summary, we've got a couple of thresholds there. So 1 to 49 PV, this maintains your accumulated points that you build up over time. And you don't lose those points as long as you place an order for at least one product. Now, 50 points to 99 points. So it's just under 100. That means you're increasing your rewards bonus. And that increases by 5% every 3 months, up until 30%. As soon as you go over 100 PV, this is when you are able to earn money in doTERRA. And then when you do 125 PV or more, that's when you get the free product of the month. As long as you place that monthly order or that LRP order before the 15th of the month. Now, there's also other promos and incentives doTERRA does for 200 PV orders, but they're not every month. And they're very generous. You usually get a heap of free stuff like diffusers and free limited release oils like we just had last month. So frequently asked questions that we get about the loyalty rewards program, just to reiterate, this is 100% optional. You don't have to do the loyalty rewards program, but it is the most intelligent way to get your oils because you basically get paid to ship your products. You're getting free products for shipping your products when you're doing it through the loyalty rewards program and all of the other benefits I mentioned. But do you have to order something every month? The same thing every month? No, you get to change that. I'm going to show you how to do that in a moment. How do you order? I'm going to show you that too. Are you locked in? No, you can start and end your loyalty rewards program whenever you choose. Just remember to make sure that you use up all your points and any cash or money you've earned before you cancel your LRP, because you actually lose your points when you cancel LRP. So that is one thing you get rewarded for your loyalty, but make sure if you do want to cancel it, make sure you use those points. Can I order more than once a month? Yes, you can do multiple LRPs. I'm going to show you how to do that too. So now that you know how the Loyalty Rewards program works in a nutshell, and like I said, go back, watch that YouTube if you need a little bit more clarity, then we can add to our wish list, which is at the bottom of our live guide. And we can quite easily see how easy it is to order on a monthly basis, especially when we have that foundation of lifelong vitality. And remember those benefits with lifelong vitality, reducing pain, inflammation. We're going to notice the difference straight away in our hair, our skin, our nails, increasing energy, regulating mood, improving joint pain relief. And then we've got a couple of the other oils that we mentioned in our the earlier stages of the live guide or the wellness consult that I would regularly go through. Easily a bottle of Balance in a month, easily a bottle of lemon in a month. I use it for my cleaning as well. Maybe I want to try vetiver, so I add that to my Loyalty Rewards program. I need some more wild orange to put in my water. I go through that like no tomorrow. And yes, I'm going to need Balance again. So there, on top of these foundational products, there's loads of other things that you can replace that you'd usually buy from the supermarket. I'm not going to go into that tonight. What I want to touch on now is how to get the most out of your account. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to a quick demo, going to mydoterra.com. I'm going to share my screen, logging into my account, and I'm going to show you how to set up an LRP order and manage that LRP. And also, if you don't want to set up a monthly order, then how to place a standard order. So just remember those benefits that you only get with the Loyalty Rewards program. We don't get them with standard order, but I understand not everybody wants to commit to that monthly order. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys now. And here we go. All right, so we want to head to mydoterra.com and enter in your doTERRA ID or your email and your password. Mine's saved. If you don't know your password, you can click on the Forgot My Password link there or enter a chat with the doTERRA personnel, find out your ID and reset your password. Once we log in, the first tab that we're going to get taken to is the shop tab. And that's where we can set up the Loyalty Rewards program. So I already have one created here, but for this demonstration, I'm going to show you. We go to create a new LRP template. You'll see here that all of the numbers here in April are a different color up to the 15th. And that's because that's when we earn the free product of the month. So I'm going to say the 15th of April, and that's usually when I set all of my Loyalty Rewards program orders to auto ship on the 15th. But quite regularly, I actually go into my account and I manually process my order when I choose, when I want to add and remove things, etc. So next, I add products into my cart. And the best way to do that is by either searching up the top here by going to these categories, single essential oils, oil blends, and the other various essential oil products. You can also do a quick item search up here. So for instance, if I say lemon, which is something that can be in my cart on a monthly basis, I click on that, and then I simply just add that to my cart. And now once I have at least one thing in my cart, I can actually just go to review cart and I can just simply add things in by typing them in here. So Balance, click that. And let's just say I also want to type, add in lifelong vitality. Okay, so I've got lemon, Balance, lifelong vitality, 3 items that are going to be a solid foundation in my Loyalty Rewards program. template. So you can see down the bottom here, just shy of 100 PV. So if I wanted to, for instance, earn money this month, then I can add an additional item. Indy, sweetie, Daddy's just working, darling. Do you want to just be quiet? You can stay in the room, but I'm working, okay? My 3-year-old. She usually is happy with a hello. Okay, come on say hello, then leave the room if you're going to be loud, okay? Hello!
Hello, Indy.
We've got a beautiful doll. Do you want to show everyone how it works?
Oh, wow. She sings music. Wow. That's
Hi,
special.
Indy. Hi.
Okay, thank you, darling. I'm going to be out soon, all right? Yeah. Hope you're not all right. All right, sorry about that. So we have these 3 items in here now. So what we can do is we can either say save changes. You may also need to put in your address. I'm just going to say use this one, which is my current address here. Enter a CVV code. So that's just for your credit card. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to see if it can save it before I reveal all my secrets to everybody. Are you sure you want to save less? Yeah, I'm just going to say, yeah, let's just save these changes. And bang, there you go. So I've got my second LRP over on the side here that I can see that I can go in and edit as I choose. So if I want to process this order tonight, instead of automatically on the 15th, I can come in here and I can say continue and say process order now, or process as scheduled. So another thing that I can do when I go into my, so I'm just going to go back to that LRP template that's saved. So over on the right, once again, just clicking on that 97 PV LRP, clicking on that, coming in here. And if I want to add something, let's just say, oh yeah, actually I need some wild orange. So I'm going to order some more of that. And turns out I don't need lemon. I already got that. So I can just remove them by clicking on the X and add them by just typing in what I need. For example, lavender piece, another staple of mine. And that's put me over 100 PV. So once again, I can just save that and just let it automatically ship on the 15th, or I can go in, edit it, and say continue and process now to process that now. So it'll also show me how many LRP points I've earned. So you can see there, because I'm on 30% and I've just done more than 100 PV, I'm earning 31 points that I can use to on any product that I choose. So I'm going to just go back to the cart here. I'm going to show you how you can actually use free points, because I have 126 points sitting in my doTERRA bank account. And I can actually say, oh yeah, well, I want to use points for my balance. So I'm going to get that for free. And I got a lavender piece bath bar, not a lavender piece bottle. But anyway, I'm going to use that as well. The prompt that comes up and says, hey, if you use this for points, then it's not going to save in your LRP template, and you need to come back and either put it over 100 PV or just add and remove whatever you need. So as you can see, it's told me that I've used 32 points. You can see my doTERRA bank account's dropped back now because I've used those points there. And I can't actually save changes when I'm using points. I have to go to continue and I have to process the order now. You can't use points or money that you've earned and use it as a short auto ship date. It has to be processed at that point in time. So once again, just going to come back to return to the cart, and I'm just going to clear all these changes. If I've gone in, I've made some changes and I don't want to do that, I can just say clear changes, say yes. And then lo and behold, my LRP is still sitting there at 103 PV. Now, I can just go and create multiple LRPs. I can also create any order that I choose in the US by just clicking on the US up the top here. Now, if I wanted to place a standard one-time order in the US, I'll just click on that places one-time standard order. And once again, I can look through the products. So yeah, Jen, it won't actually process. It'll get to the processing stage with that CVV and it just won't work. So that mostly in the US that we don't have in Australia is in this wellness section. So there's some stuff in the slim and sassy section. Bit of a tongue twister there. One that I do use is the V-Shake. Another product from the US that I also love and use is the Terra Greens. So I'm going to add that too. If I go back to reviewing my cart, you can see there's no option to save or anything like that. All I've got is continue. I can use points, however. So if I say continue, then I have only one option, I only have one option, but to process now. So that is how you place a one-time standard order. It's asking me to select an address. And then when I say continue, it's going to say I need the CVV code. So that's where I get tripped up, as I would have last time as well. So I am going to just go back to the shop tab. I'm going to cancel this standard order. And what I'm going to do is show you how to cancel a second LRP. So if you have two LRPs that you've created in your back office, and you can have one in Australia, one in the US, you can have them both running at the one time. And if you wanted to cancel one, you just go click on it. And then in there, you'll see there's cancel this LRP order. And then just say, yes, I want to delete that order. And that's the one that I just set up as demonstration purposes. And it's all gone there. So that is how we set up our LRP, how we manage our LRP, and how we create a one-time standard order. So just going back now to our presentation, make sure we've hit everything there. Yes. Okay, cool. So the next most important thing that I want to encourage you guys to do, now that you have your reference app, now that you know how to log into your account and set up a monthly order or a standard order, is to start using your oils. We will not get the benefits from our oils until we take the lids off and we start to use them. So if you have any more questions or need support in any way, please reach out. That's what we do. We help people get the most out of their oils and address their health concerns. You can ask questions in our support group, or you can reach out one-on-one. I'm more than happy to do a wellness consult one-on-one if you'd like to talk about some things in a more intimate setting. And I also wanted to invite you guys to a couple of events that we have up and coming. So we have our intro to oils. If this is a little too much information, a little too soon, perhaps you're brand new to the oils and you haven't attended an intro class, that's the place that you first start out. So come along to our intro to oils. This is all on our Pure Oils Facebook page. So I will post that link in the event. Yes, I will post that in the event after this presentation. Other things that I'd love to invite you to, we're doing a launch doTERRA Business Training Day on the 18th of April. And on the 17th of April, we're going to have a heap of fun with our community. And we're going to do an essential oils bingo night, because I don't know about you guys, but this whole isolation thing is doing my head in. Need to have some fun. So we're encouraging people to, have some nibbles, pour a glass of wine, don on some sparkly outfits, and join us for a night of essential oils bingo. So I want to thank you all for joining me this evening. And if you have any questions, please feel free to take yourself off mute or type any questions in the chat window. I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you might have, individual health concerns, etc. And if you prefer to share that one-on-one, then I'm here to help as well. You can email me, byron@pureoils.com.au, or reach out in our support group. I'm more than happy to help. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, guys. If there is no questions, then we go
Thanks, Byron. That was amazing. I only have one question quickly about the Droplet app. I noticed when I went to download